Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stands before you with a very important concept of fourth semester of the paper number 9, which is Public Policy and Administration in India, and the name of the topic is Types of Budget. In this video, we'll mainly discuss varieties of budgets. So, I request my viewers to watch this video attentively and try to be clear about the types of budget, and if you have not subscribed my channel, subscribe so that the benefit will be yours, and recommend your friends to subscribe my channel so that your friends will get benefit, and a help to a particular human being is like a service to God. Let us start. What are the types of budget? In the financial administration, budget is a central concept. It is not only a central concept, but also it is considered as a means to bring about socio-economic development of the country and socio-economic changes of a country. So budget is a very important concept, and budget is of many types. The first type of budget is performance budget, and this performance budget is a budget which has been originated from America, and it was coined for the first time by first Hoover Commission in 1949. A performance budget, it is a budget which is first coined by first Hoover Commission of America in 1949. Like the traditional budget, it does not believe in allocation of funds in various heads like equipment, materials, establishment, charges, etc. Rather, it gives priority to attainment of goal, and rest is secondary. So, performance budget is a budget. It does not believe, like the traditional budget, only allocations will be made in different heads like establishment charges, equipments, then materials. It doesn't believe only allocation of resources in different hands like traditional budget. But performance budget believes that goal is primary, objective is primary, rest is secondary. So performance budget is a budget which gives importance to the objective. It gives importance to the goal to be achieved, and the rest is secondary. And performance budget believes in 5 stages. Number 1, objective. First of all, it believes in the objective. For it, objective is primary. Number 2, analysis. It means it analyzes various alternative methods to achieve the object, and out of the alternative budgets, it chooses the best one. Number 3, budget classification. Budget classification means it distributes funds in various heads. Organizing. It means it mentions role of different organizations for the achievement of the object. Finally, evaluation. Evaluation means after the end of the work will be evaluated on the basis of criteria. So you are clear what is performance budget. So performance budget is a budget which gives priority to object, and for it, rest is secondary. And number 2 is the zero-based budget. What is zero-based budget? It is originated from America. It was told by Jimmy Carter, the former president of America, and in India, it was adopted by VP Singh. It does not take previous year budget as the base or make some incremental increase in previous year budget like traditional budget. Rather, it is starting from a zero or scratch. It means zero based budget. It is a budget which has been originated from America. It was first adopted by Jimmy Carter, the fourth president of America. In India, it was adopted by VP Singh. Zero based budget is a budget which doesn't believe to take previous year's budget as the base, and it doesn't believe to make some incremental increase in the previous year budget like the traditional budget. But zero based budget is a budget which starts from the zero. It starts from a scratch. Each time budget is created, it studies, reviews and justify each and every minister's expenditure in order to funding it in each financial year. Zero based budget is a budget which starts from the beginning. It starts from the zero. It starts from a scratch. It is a budget which is created in each time. It is a new type of budget. It is created in every time. And in this zero based budget, the income and expenditure of a ministry is considered, reviewed, analyzed. After that, funding is made to the ministry. To make it more clear, if for a company the zero based budget will be taken, then every granular, every grain, every aspect of the company will have to be considered. Then allocation of budget will be made. So in the zero based budget, the expenditure and income, the expenditure of every department will be calculated, will be reviewed, will be analyzed, then funding will be made for the ministry. It is known as the zero based budget. Number 3, PPPS, Planning, Programming, Subject Budgeting System. Planning, Programming, Budgeting System. It has been adopted for the first time by American Defense Department. It gives priority to effectiveness than efficiency. This PPPS system has been borrowed from it was adopted by the American Defense Department. And this budget system is a system which speaks effectiveness is important, not efficiency. It means if the army is efficient but it is unable to win the war, it is meaningless. So for the PPPS system, effectiveness is important than efficiency. It means if an army is a good, if it is efficient, but if it is unable to win the war, the army is useless. So the primary object of PPPS system is efficiency. Its primary objective is effectiveness. Efficiency is secondary. So in this PPPS system, 3 principles are taken into consideration. Number 1, first of all, goal must be determined. Number 2, alternative methods must be selected. For the goal, alternative methods must be selected. Number 3, among the alternatives, the method which is economical and beneficial will be adopted. First of all, goal will be selected. Then alternatives of the goal will be selected. First of all, goal will be selected. Then its alternative methods should be considered. Then among the alternatives, which is the best, which is economical, which is beneficial will be adopted. So PPPS system is a system, policy, planning, programming, budgeting system is a budget which gives priority to effectiveness, then efficiency. Then the fourth one is the flexible budget. It is opposite of the static budget. In this budget, changes are made in every level of activity. So flexible budget is a budget which is opposite of the static budget. Static budget is a budget where allocations will not be changed. Allocation will be made for once. But in flexible budget, the changes are made in every level of activity. provisions of budget are changed by the end of a specific period. In flexible budget, allocations of budget are changed on the basis of level of activity, or it is changed with a specific period of time. So this is what the flexible budget. Then we'll take up the fifth type of budget, which is the capital budget. Capital budget is a process of making investment in long-term assets. It is a process of deciding whether or not to invest money in a particular project, as all investments may not be rewarding. Capital budget is a budget where investment is made for a long-term project. It is a budget where investment is made for a long-term project with a belief that it may be rewarding. So it is a budget where investment is made for long term, especially for buying machines, replacement of outdated machines, expansion of business in other areas, number 4, production of new product and market development. So capital budget is a budget where investment is made for long term, keeping an eye for profit. Especially here investment is made for purchasing a new machine or replacing an old machine, or to expand market in new area, or the production of a new product or market development. Then sixth one is the cash budget. What is cash budget? It is a budget by which staff of a company will know how much cash moves in and how much cash moves out from the company within a given time. So cash budget is a budget where the staff of the company will know how much cash comes to the company and how much cash goes from the company within a given period of time. Then sales budget. It is a financial plan that estimates a company's total revenue. The sales budget is a financial plan which estimates a company's total revenue. What is the revenue of a company? It is known by the sales budget. And sales budget focuses two things: number of products sold, how many products sold, and number 2, prices at which these products are sold. So sales budget is a budget by which the revenue of a company will be known from this budget. And this budget focuses two things. One is the number of products sold and in which price they are sold. So it is a budget by which the revenue of the company can be known. Then personal budget. It relates with manpower requirements of all departments for a budget period. So personal budget is a budget which says how many manpower will be required within a budgetary period. So on the basis of this, the personal manager will make new appointment or he will bring staff on the basis of transfer. So personal budget is a budget by which the manpower will be calculated, how much manpower will be required within a budgetary period. And here, the how many manpower will be required, on the basis of that, the personal manager will take decision. He may make new appointment or he may bring some staff on the basis of transfer. This is known as the personal budget. Then overhead budget. It is a budget which shows future costs that are expected to be incurred during the manufacturing of goods. Overhead budget is a budget which says the future costs. In this budget, future costs are calculated, which is required in course of manufacturing of goods, like indirect labor, indirect materials, and indirect expenses. So overhead budget is a budget which considers future expenses which may occur at the time of manufacturing of goods, like indirect labor, indirect expenses, and indirect materials. Then master budget. Master budget, Institute of Cost and Management Accounts, Institute of Cost and Management Accounts of England defines master budget as the summary budget incorporating all the functional budgets which is finally approved, adopted and applied. So master budget is a budget which has been defined by the Institute of Management and Accounts of England as master budget is the budget which is the summary of all functional budgets which are incorporated for the manufacturing of product and which are applied, adopted and approved. So master budget is a budget which is the mixture of all the other budgets of a company. So whenever other expenditures will be added, it will be the master budget. It is the plus of functional budgets of a company which is required for the manufacturing of product. Then financial budget. It shows requirements of capital for both long-term and short-term needs of the enterprise. It's at various points of time and future. So financial budget is a budget which says the short-term and long-term requirements of money for a company. It shows a requirement of capital for both long-term and short-term needs of the enterprise at various points of time in future. So financial budget is a budget which mentions the long-term, short-term capital. In the long-term and short-term, capital which are capitals which are required for a company. Because whenever a company will manufacture goods, it requires money in short term, it requires money in the long term. So financial budget speaks about long term, short term requirement of capital for the production of a commodity. Then legislative type of budget. Legislative type of budget is a budget which is prepared by the legislature, it is approved by the legislature, then it is given to executive. It is a type of budget prepared by a committee of legislature and approved by legislature and executive accepts it. So legislative type of budget is a budget which is prepared by a committee of legislature, it is approved by the legislature, then it is given to executive to execute. Then executive type budget. It is a type of budget prepared by executive but approved by legislature. Full stop. In America, budget bureau is an example. In executive type of budget, budget is prepared by the executive but it is approved by the legislature. The best example is America, where budget bureau is found, where budgets are prepared by the patronage of American president, then it is passed by the American Central Legislature Congress. Then single budget. Single budget is a budget where for the entire country one type of budget is prepared. And in the single budget, income and expenditures of all departments are included. So if in a country a single budget is prepared, is single budget. And then plural budget. Plural budget is system where in a country for 2 or 3 departments there is a budget, again for 2 or 3 departments another budget. So where in a country many budgets are found, it is a plural budget. For example, for 2 to 3 departments one budget, again for 3 to 4 departments another budget. Then balanced budget, surplus budget and deficit budget. What is a balanced budget? Balanced budget is one where revenue equals to the expenditure. Balanced budget means where revenue and expenditure are equal. Then surplus budget means where revenue exceeds expenditure. It is surplus budget. Then finally, deficit budget where expenditure exceeds revenue is the surplus budget. So in this video, we have discussed as many as 16 types of budget. Again in the point 16, there are 3 types of budget. And I think, my viewers, this video will be very much helpful to fourth semester students. I request for fourth semester students to watch this video, not simply, but watch this video attentively, and in course of watching your video, write down your notes. Thank you. I think it will be helpful. Goodbye to all.